production business?
About a year and a half now, I'd say. 2 years, maybe. 3 years. 2.5 years.
2.5 years?
2.5 years, that'd be it, yeah.
2.5 years. Has your role in filmmaking changed since you got to this point?
Very much so. I started off just interested in being an actor, and kind of developed from there, and growing kind of a passion, a need to do more where I could anyway, whether that was helping with casting or the special effects or the organization or props or whatever it took to get the film done. It intrigued me a lot, so here I am now, enjoying the process of that creativity.
You seem more like a creator than take it from somebody.
I try to be.
Not like that.
Of course.
What did you do before this?
A lot of things. Probably a decade more of auto body, polishing, sanding, painting cars, fixing insurance jobs. At Tripp's Auto Body with my family. I left for about 6 years. I did banking. I was a salesman for GNC. I delivered newspapers. I was a counselor at a at-risk group home for youth at a level 14 facility, 16 facility, level 16 facility. Yeah, that about extends. I was a banker for a while.
I was a banker.
I was a banker for a while. Did some money stuff, but overall, I think where I end up and need to be ending up is somewhere in the art, creative industry. Just where I feel like I belong.
Yeah. How did you come up with your production company?
It was just an idea, really. Started doing some more, directing and creating these projects, and I just loved it so much. I just kind of got obsessed with the idea of creating my own brand, my own label behind everything, and wanting to, see it into fruition and make that my life. Nephilim Noble Productions. I met Christina. She had Indigo Heart Productions, and we worked really well as far as collaborating our ideas together and putting them into play, especially for having no budget, as any real start-off company does, and we did awesome with it, and between the connections that I had and she had, we both produced it and put it into reality, really. And from that moment forward, I just kind of fell in love with the whole process and realized, I want to do this for myself. And, we negotiated into being co-owners of Nephilim Noble Productions. Nephilim Noble was named after many, many hours of me sitting and thinking about it and really trying to get to the idea of what I want my company to represent. Nephilim is a creature that is half angel, half demon, and rumored to be one of the most powerful beings in the entire creation, and capable of both good and evil. And it's rumored that humans are supposed to be a lower form of Nephilim, because we are both capable of good and evil. And to me, that kind of meant to be the true form of Nephilim is to reach humans' highest potential, and that comes through making the world a better place and creating things. the artistic ability, the ability that only humans have in this world to create things and make things happen. You know, create amazing things that no other animal on this earth can possibly do. And, you know, we were blessed with that. And so, yeah, then Nephilim, so that's what Nephilim means to me. And then noble added to it just simply to say that, you know, noble obviously means like royal, of noble descent, bloodline, distinguished, experienced in kind of the battle to be a good balance of good and evil, and be a good person in the process of being capable of both. So to me, it just all fit together in the meaning behind my name in the company, and really the overall battle in life of trying to be a good person to those around you. So
It's very respectable.
it hit a really deep meaning for me.
I'm out of here.
Where you going?
I'm going to Miami. Start a new business.
Who's gonna run things here?
Hire a new guy. Have fun with it.
Who?
Poisoned by your company, you choose to keep your soulless. Yes, you choose to them, and you watch them. All you see as I walk away. I can see the top for you, little bit. I can see the top for you, little bit. You've caused for me creates the hate.
How did you get into character?
It wasn't very hard. As far as my personal life, I've had some pretty big ups and downs in the last 3 years, 4 years, even over a decade, really. And there's a lot of, as any person, I have a lot of pent up feelings about all that I kind of let go as far as the actual situation, because you can't control everything in life. So it wasn't really hard for me to act angry, because I wasn't really acting. Inside I am kind of angry about a lot of things in life. A lot of the bad and the ugly that I see in the world today frustrates me. So at the end of the video, it wasn't too hard to snap into character like that, but it was kind of funny in the sense that, to act angry, to somebody, typically you gotta be there. So to have somebody that's you're not angry at all standing before you, and you gotta try to, let that out on someone who doesn't deserve it, is definitely a challenge. But it was funny because behind the scenes, no matter, like, we would snap into character and go and do the scene, but just after or before the scene, we were cracking jokes and laughing so hard that we were crying almost, so it was kind of weird to be like dying of laughter like we're at some kind of comedy show, and then, like, as soon as we heard action, it was like straight faces came on, angry faces came out, and we're wrestling with each other, or like, I'm dragging a body to the car. So it was pretty interesting, but that wasn't too hard for me to portray. I'm sure, as an actor, more challenging roles would be sadness and some of the other emotions that are pretty deep in humanity as well.
Where do you see your production company in the next few years?
I see it expanding a lot. I'm currently working on a brand name for the entire industry. I mean, spanning across multiple industries, and making it fly. I want to wake up one day and be able to just do what I want. I want to wake up and say, you know what, I want to make a movie today. You know what, I want to make a movie about a painting I did today. You know what, I want to make music today. You know what, I want to paint a car, and put custom pinstripes on it. I just want to create. Whatever I do, I want to create. So, I mean, and obviously you can't do that in every single industry, and as an artist, but my goal is to eventually get there to where I can, wake up and do just about anything I please, and and make a good dollar doing it, and enough to at least get me by and live life to the standard that I foresee myself in the future.
Sounds about right for everybody. So I'm going to move on to an old project that you used to work on. Just kind of want your thoughts and opinions on it. How do you feel about Dead Salvation coming back from the dead?
No. From the dead.
Pun intended.
No pun intended. Sure it was not. Well intended. I'm actually stoked on it. I'd like to see something happen with it. I was really thrilled on the idea of having, some local film projects that features our county, like our history, our culture here. I mean, Grass Valley is a unique place. It's rural. That's a tough one to say.
Rowed.
Rowads. It's a tough, it's a tough place though. It's not, it's kind of out in the country, so you got your countryside, but it's also, the hub to a lot of big areas, and there's a lot of, it's a small area, but then there's a lot of people here because it's starting to boom, and it's got its pros and cons. That's about all I can say without really diving into it. But you know, being that it was the gold rush, and you know, the mines and all the really cool history here, it's rich in it, and there's a lot of really cool ideas to explore about this country, the gold rush country, gold country. So, being that I'm from here and I'm proud of where I live, and I'm proud to say I live here because I appreciate its beauty, you know, it'd be really cool to see something kick off here that you don't normally see. And you don't normally see zombie movies, you know, in the way that Dead Salvation was planned to go with it. So I'm really stoked to see that it's gonna come back and, you know, hopefully carry out all those you know, check marks on the agenda that I saw, where, like, you know, it's gonna feature the town and its people and how it is out here. So I'm actually really stoked to see further progress in that regard.
Well, what do you think that project needs?
Well, one of the toughest things about that project back in the day, I think, was the budget. It was tough to do something, you know, any zombie movie is going to take a lot of money in order to carry out the special effects. Either that or a lot of expertise, but even then, you know, there is a budget side of it that you're going to have to get. I mean, and even if you have experience in that area, you know, it's definitely a hard obstacle to jump over, trying to make it happen with limited funding, or at least not something that's, you know, like blockbuster movie budget, you know. But it can be done, and if the film industry has proven anything, it's that, you know, small groups of people that are barely started off can get creative and make something out of nothing. And that is what the film industry is about, and that is what creating anything artistic is about, big or small. So, you know, that fire is still alive, and I think that, you know, Dead Salvation can do some big things if, you know, if that creativity is harnessed, you know.
Who would you say is your biggest influence?
Oh boy. You know, that's a good question, and I don't even know, like, narrow the influence down, like an influence in what part of my life, maybe.
Why, or, hold on. Who is it that the most that you feel you have to prove that you can do anything?
Sorry, that personal question had to, got me right there. It got me, you know, wanting to light up one.
Don't worry.
The biggest influence in my life, as far as who challenges me, is probably me. I'm my worst critic. I beat myself up about a lot of things in life. Not in the sense of, you know, who would I idolize, but more in the sense of, you know, if there's anybody I want to prove wrong, I want to prove wrong the beliefs I had from my past about who I am. And, you know, on anyone's journey, personally, one of the biggest enemies you have is yourself. And, you know, I've gone through life and sabotaged myself in many areas that I was trying to succeed in. And trying to overcome that battle is probably the hardest one in anyone's life, mine personally. But as far as a person, I would say, you know, my family and my friends in general. You know, I want to make something of myself for them to look at and go, wow, you know, if he can do this, I can do this. You know, I want to create inspiration from those around me to go out and make life happen in whatever regard they are, because of that inner battle that I faced, because of the fact that I'm trying to overcome obstacles within myself. And if I ever should overcome them in the future, I want that person next to me to say, you know what, I can overcome my own personal obstacles. I can overcome, you know, me getting so stressed out that I can't carry on in certain situations, or maybe reacting to a certain situation that should have reacted differently to in life. I want other people to see that it's all a matter of the mind. It's all a matter of where you want to go. Some of it takes talent, but for the most part, if you love what you're going for, you can achieve the success in that, because you are mentally almost magnetized to doing it, because it's your passion, it's your love, it's your life. And if it's your passion, you'll put as much time as you want into it because it's fun for you, and along the way you'll make something of it because you put the time in. So sorry if that sounded egotistical by saying myself, but really, you know, proving myself wrong about, you know, my own doubts about myself is probably one of the hardest battles anyone can go through. You know?
Give advice to the next generation interested in filmmaking, what would it be?
Don't give up. Don't beat yourself up. Don't, you know, if you love it, if you truly love it, go for it. And if it flops, it flops. Get up, try again. Keep going. When it looks the worst, it might be the best in the next year. You never know. Just don't give up, you know? Life is too short to settle for shit. Pardon my French. But that's the case. Don't settle for nothing. Go out and get what you want. Go out and create. Find a way to make money off the stupidest things. If it's your hobby, if it's your life, if it's your love, do it. You know? Stupid examples of, you know, like, if you like knitting, find a way to make some money knitting. You know, if you like creating movies, go out and create movies, you know? Whether it's on your cell phone or on a shiny new tens of thousands of dollar camera, do it and make it happen.
Well, those are better than I'd put it. Thank you so much for the interview. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me.
And ladies, I'll put his number down below in the comments.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll be changing my number soon. No.
No, he'll keep the number.